I know I've touched the.
So weird.
Alex. Every innovation has advantages and disadvantages. Depends on the understanding of those who use them. The unfortunate thing today, especially in this fast developing technological breakthrough, there's not enough enlightenment to our youth. We just venture into it to do what we think is best for you. There's no enlightenment that will guide us from waste of time, that will serve as caution concerning possibility, dangers to avoid and all that, so that the advantages are maximized rather than the disadvantages. So that lack, the government could do something about it, but in case, which is the reality, the church should rise up, get professionals who can shed light so that youth are gathered and enlightened and trained, then they cannot make an informed decision, the best way forward. The abuse of things could be traced to lack of enlightenment. If they are properly informed and their actions and decision is based on proper information, you will see a drastic reduction on what we call abuses. Because people do what they don't know the outcome. It's just the venture, and young people are energetic. They want to explore. They want to do this and do that. But the thing is that they are not properly enlightened. If they are properly enlightened, the rate of abuse will drop, because many will be conscious of the possibility, the dangers, the disadvantages. Not everybody just want to go like dead fishes carried along the streams. There are people reason, but because there's no enough information, that has been the core of the thing we call abuse. If these other people also are enlightened, you will just discover that the rate of wrong step, wrong decision will drop. So the thing boiled down to proper enlightenment. Whether we're talking of technology, we're talking of marriage, whatever, the rot in the society, the high percentage of violence, crime, abuse can be traced to lack of proper enlightenment. A wise person spends time to reflect. January to December, how has he been with me? What have I done that is profitable? What wrong step have I taken? What can I do better? Or what more can I do or could I have done? All that will lead to a better function, a better future, if we have time to reflect on the life we have lived, the result, and the advantages and the disadvantages.
Financial literacy is very, very important, because the system of education that we have does not prepare us for financial obligations that we are going to face after education. And because of that, many, even graduates, graduate from the universities without having any inkling of anything about financial literacy. And so it's important that you need to take decision by yourself to educate yourself financially. It's very important. The current system of education, I'm happy with what they're trying to put in place in Kenya, with these changes, at least to begin to bring in technical know-hows and other things in it. But that is not enough. You need to learn. And how do you learn? You have to read books. There are a lot of good books outside there on financial literacy. There are times you have to attend seminars. There are times you pay. In fact, I sometimes tell people you pay for it. Because when you get things maybe cheap and without commitment on you, people don't attach value to it. Sometimes you pay for it so that you can educate yourself in the area of finances. It is very, very important. The school system that is being run all over Africa is actually an extension of the slave trade, where you carry people and then you train them so that they can be able to work for the slave master. That is that's what is happening. So it is you. That's why when you come, after you've spent how many years in the university, the first thing you will do is, I beg to do what? To apply. The issue is you have to develop yourself so that you'll be able to see things that will help you to liberate you financially. The government needs to start thinking of how they will bring financial literacy even into the syllabus, into the education syllabus, so that our people, that idea that there is no job should not be there. If you go to China today, most of these things we buy are created by secondary school leavers. Phones, they already have what they do. They already have work that they do, not that they come out and begin to look for white-collar job, which will no longer exist. And I tell you, the jobs we have today, in the next 10 years, 75% of those jobs will be gone because of artificial intelligence. So, the earlier the better people start educating themselves and also start preparing for the future.
We've learned a lot on financial management, and I've learned it's very important to know what you're earning. That is, what comes in, and the aspect of managing what comes in. So you have to be able to balance your expense vis-a-vis your income. So to the young people outside, you have to prepare very well. For you, before you earn, ask yourself, do you have that money? Which is a very important question. And then when you're spending that money, ask yourself, how are you going to recover? Have you put in place measures? These are kind of investment that we talk about. Good people, now that we've been empowered, we find that now we are knowledgeable. We know about money market. We know about investing in SACCO. So we are able to put money elsewhere, which can be able to budget and use instead of just waiting for a salary to spend and then we cannot be able to recover. This will help us. Come January, we've just used portion of our money, and now we've learned about how to save. Once we earn, a good portion of that money we're going to put into savings, which will help us for any eventuality or to help us to invest in different aspects that will also empower us as the young people.
My name is Ivo Gallo, and today being here for the YPF program, it has been enlightening for me in many ways. One, I've learned that with my 9-to-5 job, I cannot create wealth. So creating wealth is important, especially if you're young. You start early so that by the time you get older, at least you have somewhere to start. And it is also important because as young professionals, you need mentorship, you need direction, you need guidance. And if you can get that guidance in a good way, in a right way, especially in the life that we live in the times that we live in, it is important, it is necessary. So for me today has been a plus, it has been a win, because I've gotten the mentorship that I need. Now it is for me to decide, what am I going to do with what I've learned? Am I going to put it into practice? Am I going to practice it? Am I going to start to investing and diversifying my finances? Or am I going to blow it all up? So it's all up to me. We're living in a time where youths are doing most of their things digitally on their laptops. And you find that when we look at the people we call Gen Zs, and we always say that they're always on their phones. But most of these people on their phones, they're working. But what do they do with their money? I get my money, I buy Air Force 5, all the money I've worked for today is gone. So if you are in a young professionals forum, you learn how to manage that money. Like you're told, save 40% of your money. I didn't know you can save 40% of your money. Like we've been told, you have bills, you have rent and all that. But if you can learn it, if you can understand it, if you can internalize it, then it will be a path to creating wealth, and all the youths need to join it be a part of it, grow with it. Be responsible. Do not throw common sense out of the window and collect it in January. You need it, especially at this time. You need to follow advice as much as we do not want to follow it right now. And even as you're going about your festivities, always be conscious of your environment and the people you are meeting and where you're going.
My name is Olila Joseph, and today I really learned a lot. Our theme was networking and partnership. And I've learned maybe from the first speaker that we had about the 3 M's of money, which was I need first of all to make money, then multiply it, and then to manage it. I've also learned that beyond the means of making money, I need to think as to how I need to move from this realm of employment and self-employment to that area of business and investment, because that is the path to wealth creation. Because the allegory that was used, one may trek, another one may use a car of flight. So I need to be wise to think of where I am, where I want to go, and which is the vehicle that I can use that will take me there. And also, it's been a lot of learning. The last session that we had on the exhortation, lessons about how I need to tap from the wisdom of those that have gone ahead of me, so that I combine my youthful vigor and energy with their wisdom to accelerate me, so that I don't miss the way maybe where they missed, or I benefit rather from those who are behind me. I remember that which were told that the wisdom of those who have gone ahead of us is that like that light tower whose sparks light the way for us. So it's been very insightful. I was looking at it, how we have been enlightened on how making some investments, say in the insurance sector, can help you to reduce your own tax liability. And I was thinking, how come maybe I find that in school maybe children are learning how to send their telegram via the post office, which were things which were used to be done long ago, but we are hardly taught on matters to do with taxes, matters to do with the investment, with savings. I do believe that had it come earlier, it would really help us, that right from the onset, our foundation or our knowledge on this is strong, so that we don't end up maybe seeking it later on in stages after making a lot of mistakes. The earlier the better for us, I believe.